Sorry. Let's go. Well, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. We are here this evening this afternoon, to update you on the progress that the Sanford Police Department has made in the investigation of the arrest of Terrence Pope. Mr. Pope was the victim of a homicide that occurred on December the 17th, 2024 at 1501 Reinhardt Road, which is the Best Buy parking lot. The incident had nothing to do with Best Buy, but a police officer responded on that evening to shots fired in that parking lot, and when the officers responded, they arrived, they discovered Mr. Pope in the parking lot, and he was suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to a local hospital in which unfortunately, he died. And after the incident, the police... After the incident, the police department requested that anyone in the community that may have information about what had occurred to please come forward. And we thank the individuals that participated in the investigation, and which leads us to where we are today. Well, on January the 9th, 2025, the Sanford Police Department got arrest warrants, or obtained arrest warrants, for 3 individuals that were involved in this incident. The individuals are James Nelson, Shanavius Dorsey, and Khalil Hunter. Suspect Dorsey and Hunter are in custody, and the charges are robbery with a firearm and first-degree felony murder. James Nelson is still outstanding, but there is an active warrant for his arrest. All 3 are led to believe to played an active role in this incident. Mr. Pope was not our victim in this case. He was not a random victim. We do know that through the investigation that the 4 agreed to engage in a transaction for electronics. And during the transaction, it led to, we believe, the other 3, the 3 that have arrest warrants, deciding to rob Mr. Pope, which then escalated into Mr. Pope being shot, in which he later died. This is a very unfortunate incident. It's sad that Mr. Pope's family is going through this. It's unnecessary, but thankfully, through the extensive work of our investigations team and community members that participated, came forward with whatever knowledge they had about this case, 3 arrest warrants have been issued. 2 of the individuals are in custody. 1 is outstanding. We know that there are individuals out there that may have information about where Mr. Nelson is. And if you do know where he is, we ask you to contact the Sanford Police Department or contact Crime Line. But he needs to be off of our streets, because we don't need anybody on our streets committing crimes like this. He needs to be off of our streets, come forward, and let us know something, or contact Crime Line. Like I said, it's a very unfortunate incident. They all were young men. They were all young men, and with so much of life ahead of them. 1 is now deceased, and 3 have destroyed their lives, and I'm sure the lives of their families. So if anyone has information about this, we're asking you to come forward and help us get the 3rd individual off of the street. Thank you.
Deputy Chief, I've been reading the arrest affidavits that have been released today. What more can you tell us about what this deal was? It seems like they were going to be exchanging some iPhones and an iPad, possibly?
Yes, we believe they agreed to engage in a transaction in which it seems that Terrence Pope was going to possibly purchase electronics from the 3 individuals, and they knew that he would have money because he was going to buy the electronics from them. And at some point, not sure right now, that part hasn't been revealed yet, or we haven't discovered why yet, but it led to them, I guess they changed the rules to their agreement. They didn't engage into the transaction. They robbed him, we believe, and then ended up shooting him, and he later died from his injuries. So we still haven't figured out exactly what the transaction was or how it was supposed to occur, but we do know that they agreed to engage in a transaction for electronics.
How does that make you feel, that we have a life lost over what could have just been some phones, an iPad, or some cash?
No life is, no electronic has an equal value to any life. And whatever the disagreement was or whatever caused them to change their mind, it definitely wasn't worth it. It definitely wasn't worth it. We don't know if he caused them to, or the suspects initially wanted to do this from the beginning, or they changed their mind. But it's just really unfortunate that a life is lost over electronics. No matter how valuable the electronics are, a life is definitely more valuable in any electronic.
Deputy Chief, can you tell us, there's a lot of mention throughout the long 17-page narrative of what went on in the arrest affidavit. But bottom line, did Pope actually have a gun? Have you determined whether he ever had a gun in that car when those two men came up?
That is yet to be determined. That is yet to be determined. Don't know that yet.
James Nelson's mother had initially been cooperating. He even talked with you guys a couple of times.
Yes.
At what point did he become, at what point did he disappear?
It was up until the point where because he is aware of the warrant. He was in contact with our investigations team, and he was, from my understanding, he was going to come in to talk to us after the warrant was issued, but at that point he changed his mind.
Do you have any reason to think he stepped down?
I believe fear of being arrested for this murder is why. I don't know if he skipped town, but the reason that he decided not to meet with us.
And then he was also, it looked like, charged for the murder rather than accessory after the fact for being a getaway driver.
Right.
Why are his charges listed that way?
We believe all three played equal involvement in this, and they were all charged equally.
Is it possible that he split because now everybody knows that he was cooperating with you and they don't want to be in the same jail?
We don't have any reason to believe that. We believe that he just didn't want to go to jail for this incident.
They were going to rob him. If they wound up shooting him, did he put up a fight to cause an altercation, or was it just, I'm going to shoot you, take you?
We don't have any reason to believe that he put up a fight. There is nothing that has been revealed to the investigation team at this time that he put up a fight.
In the report, it mentions 4 flashes of light linked to gunshots and 2 bullet casings found at the scene. Do you believe that there were 4 shots or 2?
We have reason to believe that there was more than one shot, but that's part of the investigation, so I won't give the exact number of shots, but it was more than one shot.
Reading through the 17 pages, you find Nelson's actions after what happened, interesting, to say the least. Can you talk about more of what he did, how he initially spoke to you all, and then ended up changing his story later? You discovered a text message that was sent during or right before they were at that Best Buy. Can you talk about some of his actions?
Originally, he appeared to be cooperative. And then at some point, he started to recant statements and eventually became totally uncooperative. So I don't know his mindset. I can't, tell you exactly why he acted in the manner that he did, but we do want any individual out there that may know where he is or have any information about this to come forward.
Have you been able to speak with Pope's family now that we have 2 suspects?
I haven't personally. I'm not sure if our investigation team has. I'm sure someone from the department has reached out to them, but I haven't personally.
And then Pope had or his friend said he frequently kept a bag with him that he believed he had with him that day. Was there ever, that you guys have not recovered, was there ever surveillance video that looked like the suspects who got arrested might have taken that bag from the car?
I'm not aware of that, of any surveillance being available that identifies or indicates that. I'm not sure of that at this time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Deputy
You're
Chief.
welcome. You're welcome.